Oh yeah, so I thought, as I'm reading about PTSD for homework, I'd have a little break to do some humming bee breath with you. If you just look to my right here, I have a Buddha's head acting as a doorstop. So I'm feeling very lucky to be able to sit outside in the sunshine. So, humming bee breath. This one's really lovely for calming the nervous system and bringing about a state of what we call in yoga interoception. So it's the ability to pay attention to what's going on inside. Some people have this thing called alexithymia, which is not necessarily being able to feel into feelings, and that's actually quite common. But I think with anything, it's good to experiment and see how it feels in your body. If you're sitting at a table, you might like to bring your elbows to rest on the table. This might be a good practice to do after you've done some neck stretches, feeling into the neck, noticing how back of the neck feels, etc. And so what we're doing is we're going to be using our hands. There are different levels to this. You can close the earlobes only to listen into the vibration. I'd recommend maybe exploring 5 of these just to see how it feels in your body. But otherwise you can practice for a few minutes. Some say 5 to 10 minutes, but that I would say is quite a long period of time to stay with this. You might be really sensitive to it and it might be really impactful, or you might alternatively maybe not feel a response, and that's perfectly fine as well. The main thing is that it doesn't bring about any sense of anxiety. So, and shoulders as well. I want your shoulders to be fairly relaxed away from the ears. So you can start with bringing the thumbs into the earlobes, and the hands can rest on the cranium. This is quite a nice place to be to work with the breath. For others of you, you might like to experience a thing called Shanmukti Mudra, which is called closing of the 6 gates of perception. It's quite advanced, so feel free to just see what this looks like and maybe come to something more straightforward. So this is the forefinger, it's resting on the eyebrow, the middle finger on the bridge of the nose, the ring finger upper lip, pinky comes down towards the chin. You don't want to be closing or blocking the nostrils, because obviously that will bring about a sense of anxiety or claustrophobia. And if this does feel claustrophobic, as it's likely to, because we're closing down the 6 gates of perception, just bring the hands up nice and high, or indeed just work with the fingers on the earlobes. So obviously you're not necessarily going to be able to hear when you're practicing this. I taught this morning in a group, and you get this lovely sort of cacophony of vibratory sound, which is really lovely. If you're doing it on your own, try not to be self-conscious. So let's try 5 rounds. Generally you close your eyes, but obviously if that brings about claustrophobia, just gaze gently onto the floor. So let me demonstrate. So hands either at the skull or closing of the 6 gates like this, making sure you can breathe, relaxing the shoulders, and our demo. So inhaling and closing the earlobes. Inhaling. Once again, closing earlobes. Inhaling, you can release the earlobes. Inhaling. Last one if we're working with 5. When you're finished, releasing the hands onto the thighs, the knees, wherever suits. letting the breath move freely. Observing how you feel. Do you feel different? So have a little play. I feel quite spaced out. It's quite a nice one. This increases the nitric oxide within the body, which is a vasodilator, so it opens the vessels, opens the circulatory vessels, the respiratory system. So have a little play, let me know how it goes.